Hello, I'm Nick Balenger. I'm a weekend anchor, reporter, and producer here at WVUA 23 News in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I graduate in May of 2024, and I'm looking at a job at your station. But this wouldn't be my first job in media. It would be my second, as I have a year of on-air experience covering all different types of stories. I think I could be a valuable asset to your station, so please feel free to contact me and reach out. Until then, take a look at some of my work. We received word that there was an officer-involved shooting that has left one man dead. Now, it happened just behind me on James Harrison Jr. Parkway, right outside of Bowers Park. Now, here's what we know. But don't let the sleek look of Pop Stroke fool you. It's for family and friends of any age and any skill level, whether you're a beginner or pro. Now, you have all these polls that come out showing where the candidates stack up against each other, but what really matters is seeing it firsthand. That's why I conducted my own poll with the people at the watch party. As you can see behind me, they've boarded up parts of the house. Inside of the schoolhouse, they've built up boards for support. And with the Crimson Tide set to face off against Michigan and Pasadena on January 1st, here in Tuscaloosa, you can already smell the roses. Now, you can see it's a little bit quiet behind me because the watch party doesn't ultimately start until 6 p.m. Cowboy would be nothing without his noble steed. And let me ask, are you ready for tonight? He's probably a little bit nervous, but I'm sure he'll do fine. So I've got my water bottle. I'm gonna head inside, sit down, cool off, and enjoy the show. Now, the required number of pull-ups for my age group is 20. And while the Marines complimented my form,
heartbreaking.
I'm 45 years old. I've never been through nothing like this. And it feels like a nightmare.
A home burned, toys melted, memories destroyed. The brush fire in Brookwood took away more than just two homes. One of them belongs to Rose Cresswell and Keith Davis. They called this their home for 10 years until the fire took it all away. Rose was there with her granddaughter when they heard an explosion shortly after their neighbor was pounding at the door, telling them to get out. Rose had one thing on her mind.
To get her out of here. That's all that was on my mind, was to get her out of here. I would have died saving her. That's my baby. That was my grandbaby. I'd have done anything.
Now you can see all the damage just here on this vehicle alone. And you see this liquid running right by me. This is not paint. This is actually aluminum that has dried up and has come off the car. This pressure washer was a gift from Keith's brother-in-law. This was not just a house. This was a home full of memories.
That's like Caden last night. He kept telling his other grandmother, my nanny don't have a house no more. He doesn't have a house to come here. That's where he come to play. Him and Gracie, they come here to play. And now there's nothing here. All he keeps saying is, Nana and Papa don't have a home.
The Alabama Forestry Commission told the fire started when a leaf pile caught fire just over this fence. Keith had no pictures of what was once his home, just this satellite image from above. The fire is still burning in Brookwood and the cause is still under investigation, but one thing is for certain. This is something Rose will never forget.
It was whipping. You could hear the fire when it was coming in the yard. It was just, it just, and I still hear that. I dreamed last night, I heard that in my sleep. And
Local in Brookwood, Nick Balenger, WVUA 23 News.
My grandson won't even come back home no more. I never see my nephew again. I'm just shook up. I want y'all to close it down.
And close it down they did. Tuscaloosa City Council voted to revoke the business license of the Crew Lounge.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
With unanimous vote, 4-0. It's all because of what happened on January 21st. 28-year-old Rasheed Little was shot and killed by Aaron Dwayne Hill, a security guard at the Crew Lounge. Although Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox said before the hearing that this was not an official trial, the questioning back and forth sure felt like one.
As far as security, we were trying to make sure that we got proper security in there, so this was actually our third attempt at making sure that we had the right company in there. This particular company might have been there maybe 2 weeks.
DeAndre Dixon, a manager at Crew, said the company Hill was working for had only been there 2 weeks. The city attorney argued that Crew failed to do background checks on their security guards, and this was Hill's first day at the Crew Lounge. It only took him 1 day to kill Rasheed Little.
I miss him so much. He was one of the best friends.
Shalarius Jones, Rasheed Little's best friend, had been heartbroken since Little's death. She feels the decision to revoke the lounge's license is not enough.
But as far as the end, yes, it does give a bit of relief. But as you stated, that does not bring my friend back.
But she just had one thing she wished she could tell Rasheed.
Friend, I got this, and I'm going to do everything that we discussed. I'm going to make you proud.
The council was shown videos from the night showing Hill and Dixon on top of Rasheed Little while Hill beats him. Owners and employees of the lounge claim they did everything they could to stop the fight, but Jones didn't believe any of it.
Some of the stuff that they stated was false, and I say that that was false because I saw the video footage of what happened from the beginning to the end.
This is a picture of Rasheed Little, Aaron Hill, and DeAndre Dixon seconds before Little's death. Dixon is in the red and Hill is the bald man closest to the door. This may be the last we will ever see of Rasheed Little and could quite possibly be the last time we will ever see the Crew Lounge. With the confetti settled and the leaves turned crimson, the Alabama Crimson Tide's SEC season is now complete with a win over Georgia.
I hate Georgia. I'm from Georgia, and they're all just obnoxious, and it was always Bama. It always was Bama.
And while the campus may be settled in for winter, the emotions still run high.
Pretty special. That's like my game. I have a lot on that game, and I was crying, and that was just one of the best days of my life. Couldn't sleep the night before. So.
But the celebration on Saturday soon turned into anxiously waiting for the College Football Playoff Committee's decision. The decision came down to undefeated Florida State, Big 12 champion Texas, and ultimately the Crimson Tide.
I believe that Alabama was deserving of that 4th spot over Florida State. And what really falls into that is Jordan Travis not being able to play. But, I mean, beating Georgia, beating the #1 team in the country, I mean, obviously we're deserving of that spot.
And when the committee made their decision Sunday morning,
Who's number 4?
cheers erupted all over campus as Alabama was announced at the #4 spot.
Not expect that at all. We had like a 9% chance 2 weeks ago to get in, so it's pretty exciting.
Cases have been made all across the country on who should be in the final spot of the playoff, but the Crimson Tide's date with Michigan is now set. And with the Crimson Tide set to face off against Michigan in Pasadena on January 1st, here in Tuscaloosa, you can already smell the roses.
Oh, I'm super excited. You know, people say it's the mecca of college football out in the Rose Bowl. You got the sun setting on you and stuff, so I think it's going to be sweet.
How excited am I to go to the Rose Bowl? Man, I might cry right now. I think I might cry. That's how excited I am.
And every student had one thing to say.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide!
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
Local in Tuscaloosa, Nick Balenger, WVUA 23 News.